Hi guys, Anna here from Anna Cherry Caribbean Kitchen. Welcome back to my cooking. Here I have some beef stew that I'm going to show you guys. It's not our typical Trini stew beef. This is perfect for a cold winter day. This can be eaten with rice, rotis or bread, baguette or garlic bread, naan, chapati, paratha, even dal puri, or just as in a bowl. It's comfort food. You're going to wash your beef chunks. These are the rest of ingredients. I have the washed beef, I have some green seasoning, I have some flour, spices, all the spices are listed, 1 can of tomato, ketchup is optional, 1 potato cut or cubed, the cream of potato is optional as well too, and 1 pack of onion, and carrots, celery and onions, chopped, with some ginger and garlic paste. You're going to season your beef. You don't need a lot of green seasoning to season your meat here, because it is going to be using in this meal a lot of different spices, so we don't want to take away one flavor. You're going to set your seasoned beef aside, and we're going to use half of the seasoning to season, or half of the spices to season our flour. Set the other half for using later on. Then we're going to take our seasoned beef and coat it with that flour mixture or seasoned flour mixture and set them aside. In a pot with hot oil, you're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. And we're going to add our coated beef to the pot. This is called braising or searing. And you may ask, what is braising or searing? Braising is to cook food using dry and wet heats, starting with the meat seared or sauteed at a high temperature and finished in a covered pot with some liquid at lower temp to slow cook or to simmer. The beef here is ready to flip or turn, so we're going to do that. This process is to keep in or lock in that flavors in the beef to give it that extra flavor as well too. Once it gets to this point, you're going to keep turning it. Then we're going to take them out, put them into another bowl or plate, and set this aside and continue doing the rest until you're done. That's part 1 of this meal. Set this aside. Next step, in the same pot or pan, you're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil again, your chopped onions, your garlic and ginger paste, and you're going to saute this until a lightly golden brown. Adding your 1 pack of your onion mix and the rest of your spices. This is to awaken all of those flavors and those spices. Then you're going to add your 1 can of tomatoes or tomatoes. Any flavor of that is fine. I use the Italian flavor to give it that extra deliciousness. Adding in 4 cups of hot water, or you can use beef broth. I didn't use the beef broth because the amount of seasoning I use, it will have its own flavors here. Then adding in my braised beef with the juices. This is what it would look like. Now you're going to cook your beef for about 1 hour to 1 hour and a half. And this is checking it halfway in between. This is what it would look like. You're going to cover it to cook again. And just about 15 minutes before your hour or your hour and a half is done, you're going to add your cubed potatoes or aloo. Cover it and let it cook for that extra 15 minutes again to finish out your hour or hour and a half depending on how your meat is. Make sure your meat is soft before adding in your potatoes though. Now your potatoes is ready. It's softened. I added a little soy sauce. It's optional. It's just to give it that extra stew color that we know of. I don't like white stew. Then you're going to add your carrots and your celery. Green peas is a great addition to this. If you want to add your green peas to it, you can add your green peas at this point. You're going to cover it and let it cook until your carrots is tender and nice. Looks delicious and smells so nice, the aroma from all of those spices. And it's time to enjoy.